Yes, sir?
No, I'm trying to get Andy to tell
Oh.
you.
Thought you were going there. Do we have all of the candidates up on the stage?
What's that way?
I know we have at least one candidate that's caught in traffic and is trying desperately to get here. I would like to welcome everyone to the first in our series of 2018 candidate events. I am Marie Dubois. I am a proud member of the North Lake Tea Party, the Lake Federated Republican Women's Club, and the Lake County Republican Executive Committee. I would like to begin this event the way we begin all of our events, with a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Chair, would you lead us? Of the Lake Federated Republican Women's Club, Barbara is the president, and also Walter Price in the back, who is the chairman of our Republican Executive Committee. And Walter will be sneaking out of here at some point, not because he's bored, but because he has to go to the Republican Party of Florida quarterly meeting. If you would indulge me for a few minutes, I'd like to make a few announcements. The North Lake Tea Party and the Lake Federated Republican Women's Clubs are your hosts tonight. We are clubs that are self-sufficient, self-supporting, and rely on donations to offer these events to you. We thank you in advance for your generosity. We have some donation buckets around the room. The Lake County Republican Party headquarters on Main Street in Tavares is hosting weekly Coffee with the Candidate events every Friday morning. Be sure to check LakeCountyRepublicans.org to find times and dates for the candidates for Friday mornings. And the Lake County Republican Party is hosting a skeet shoot fundraiser on April 14th. Time is running out to sign up, and it's at Mission Inn. It's a fun event, and you can get to spend time with the candidates, some of them that are here, and also you can get that information on our website and sign up. Also, I would like to add one more thing. If everyone in this room would go to the Lake County School District website and take a survey about the Guardian program and let our voices be heard. Each election cycle, we team up to allow voters to get to know their candidates so we can cast informed votes in the upcoming elections. Our next scheduled event is a forum for Florida State District 32. The forum will be held on June 7th at 7 p.m. in this room. We are in the process of scheduling dates with candidates for the CD6 Congressional District, Lake County Commission races, and the Lake County School Board. The school board race, being a non-partisan, will be hosted by the North Lake Tea Party alone. Check the North Lake Tea Party website for details of that one, and you can find it on Facebook and on the Republican website for the others. Now, to begin our program, each candidate will be given 1 full minute to introduce themselves and give his or her best campaign elevator speech. Jan Broadhurst, over here, will be our timekeeper. And when your time is up, please finish the sentence you're working on and then hand the mic to the next person. When we've heard from all the candidates, we will encourage you to visit their tables, have some refreshments, and get to know these people who are willing to earn your votes. And point of information, right behind where the refreshment table is, there's a hallway. And that's where the bathrooms are.
The newly refurbished chapter.
Yes, yes. We were without bathrooms for months. Okay, we will start. If you would stand up and introduce yourself.
My name is Bruce Nathan. As a 22-year medical practitioner, I've always put people and my patients before myself. That is the main reason I joined the military in response to 9/11. So after a 9-year military veteran is here as an honorably discharged captain, I am anti-establishment, anti-corruption, anti-waste, pro-life, pro-Trump, and I have to tell you, I am a faithful father of 6 children, a faithful husband, and this is something that is beyond belief for me, what we're seeing in our country. I only get 10 seconds left. That's quick. I have a 770 pledge. I urge you to look at my card and to come and talk to me. I have big problems with education, just so you know. Cryptic Common Core has got to go. It's coming up this next week, and of my 6 children, 3 of them have to take it. We are opting out. No more Common Core. Thank you.
No, just keep going.
Hello, good evening. I'm Dr. Usha Jain, and I am blessed to be a doctor living in America, and I'm blessed to be here with you guys. I came here to Orlando in 1979, 40 years, and I have been a Trauma 1 emergency physician at RNC, Orlando Health. I worked there for 5 years, and now I have my own emergency center in Dr. Phillips. America is the best country. We don't have any doubt about that. And it is our job and a duty to maintain that. And it is a hard work to maintain that. And how do we do that? My main goal as a doctor is to see people happy. Happiness in the community is the key for everything. And the key, how you bring it, by fair and equitable treatment, proper due process, respect for each other, good jobs, good education, and that's my agenda. Thank you very much for having me.
Let me remind you all to let everybody know what office you're running for.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Monica Wofford, and it is my esteemed privilege to share. I am a qualified candidate, petition qualified candidate for District 32, Florida House of Representatives. I'm also a conservative Republican. And what conservatism means for me, as I know many of you share this thought process, is we need to keep our government lean and mean. It means we need to protect our rights, including the Second Amendment. It means we need to preserve our property rights, including looking at conservative management of both our residential growth and our economic prosperity needs. It also includes one other important element. I would like for our nation, as well as our state, to be one that follows the rule of law, particularly when that comes to how we treat our illegal aliens, how we treat our issues of immigration. So I would add that we are vehemently against sanctuary cities, as well as allowing anything else than the deportation of illegals who land in our jails. Monica Wofford for Florida House.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Dodd, and I'd like to thank you for the privilege and honor of serving you on the Lake County School Board representing District 3 for the last few years. Tonight, as I stand before you, 1 minute, gosh, there's so many highlights to be able to share in the last few years, because we have really moved this district forward. My biggest gripe back then was that the school district had lacked an educator's perspective on the board. Since that time, we've risen from a C district with 10 D and F schools to a B district now with no D, no F schools. That shows you we're moving in the right direction academically. We paid off $100 million of debt over the last few years, which will allow us to build new schools and renovate campuses that are 50 and 60 years old. Once again, we're moving in the right direction with our capital needs. But I think that we could all agree in this room that the biggest home run we've made is the hiring of our superintendent, because she is absolutely incredible. The biggest job the board can do, and we did it. We got it done. Thank you. So tonight, as I stand before you, once again looking for your support, I don't want to dwell on those highlights, because there are so many, but rather I ask for your help in allowing me to continue being part of that solution and part of the transformation of our district. Thank you very much.
So I'm Stephanie Luke, and I am the current chairman of Lake County School Board and District 5 representative. And I want to thank you guys. The situation this time around, 4 years ago, I knew very few of you, and it's very welcoming. I know a lot of your faces. We see a lot of you at the meetings, and what I want to say first to you is thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us. You guys have been alongside us for the entire time I've been on the board. The beautiful thing about sitting next to a school board member is I can just reiterate what he said. I will add that not only have we reduced the debt, we have not taken on 1 cent of debt in our term as well. So that's something that we are very, very proud of working together. We also have a lot of new initiatives that are just coming off the ground. So what I would ask for you is that you allow us to continue that, like the Construction Academy that we've just started at Leesburg High School that's going to start next school year. For that community, jobs, we're bringing career and college readiness to our students and back into this community to build up this area. We have a teaching academy at Tiberias High School that's opening next semester. We have a site set on an aviation academy in Umatilla. So with all of this forward momentum, I just would ask for your vote in the primary. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Kelly Stargell. I'm running for re-election for Senate District 22. I was 4 years in the Florida House and 6 years now in the Florida Senate. I have only served Lake County though for 2 years due to redistricting. I've been honored to be part of the Florida legislature, and if we're going to talk about what we've done over the last 10 years that I've been elected, we have brought down the debt for the state of Florida by $10 billion. And in addition to that, we have also given back $10 billion in tax relief. We've kept a AAA bond rating. I want to continue to move forward in those areas to make sure that Florida is the best place to live, work, raise a family. I have 5 children, 2 grandchildren. I'm a 6th generation Floridian and look forward to visiting with you more as we go through the campaign cycle. I have a Democratic opponent, actually several Democratic opponents at this point, and we'll be running in the general election. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sean Parks, your Lake County Commissioner from District 2. We start by introducing my family. This is my wife, Ivy, my 8-year-old son, Eli. Eli's 2 bigger sisters, Willow and Reagan, couldn't be here tonight. They're at school activities. We are Central Florida natives. We have lived in South Lake County for 18 years, where we have regularly served South Lake County and Lake County on a regular basis, diligently. We attend the church at South Lake. We love taking part in our community, participating. It's pretty simple for me. I'm a principled conservative who believes in the Lord first, my family, and my faith, and we've done some great things in Lake County. I passionately serve you. We have a wonderful economy right now. We have great quality of life that we all cherish and we want to protect. And I'm passionate about that. I work very hard, very diligently. I do my homework. I'm persistent in what I do. And we have some challenges that are going to be facing us with the growth that's coming to Florida. And experienced leadership matters. And so I'm ready to serve you again. Thank you.
We have one coming in the next
We're going to start down here. I'll bring you tomorrow. Good evening or late afternoon. I'm John Ward, and I'm running for U.S. Congress in the 6th Congressional District here in Florida, which includes all of Flagler County, Volusia County, part of Lake County, where we are tonight, and part of St. Johns County. So I'm a public school middle-class kid, grew up that way. I'm a U.S. Navy intel veteran, and I spent over 2 decades as a venture capital investor, investing in companies all over the country and here in Florida as well. I'm a Trump Republican, so I align with the president on almost every single issue, if not every single issue, and that includes the Second Amendment, it includes immigration, it includes tax reform. And I also align with Governor Scott, and so I'm very excited about the 6th District because I think it has its best 20 years ahead of it, not behind it. And I think one of the things Governor Scott did an excellent job of, and a tradition I'll continue, is to attract companies to come to Florida and to come to the 6th District because that creates job growth and economic development, and that's really my lane in the race. John Ward for U.S. Congress in the 6th District. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Loretta Miller. I'm running for U.S. Congress in District 15. I'm both an Israeli and an American citizen. I have been in the IDF, which is the Israeli Force Fleet, or the Force Defense, and I know what it is to have a safe country. I am not against I'm not against the gun or the Second Amendment. I'm for it. I'm for Trump. I stand with him. I stand with our troops in the United States. I stand with our veterans in the United States. Our main concern in this country are the homeless, our children, and our economic growth. In Florida, in the District 15, we have not had new jobs. We need jobs that are not tourist jobs, where our children shouldn't have to be asked, where do you want fries with your soda, or or this is Fast Pass. Thank you very much. My name is Loretta Miller. I'm running for 15th District, U.S.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tad Schnaufer, and I'm running for Lake County Commission, District 2. I grew up here in Lake County. I graduated from Eustis High School, and I've served the last 11 years in the Army National Guard. As a Ranger Qualified Infantry Officer, I have fought for our great nation overseas. I have fought for our friends and neighbors here in Florida during and after Hurricane Irma. And now I'm coming home to Lake County to fight for us and our community. I feel compelled to run because Lake County needs new, innovative, principled leaders to carry it forward. Leaders that will put the citizens and the taxpayers first, because we are overregulated and we are overtaxed. If elected, I will ensure we have a low tax burden on the taxpayer, that we have an efficient budget, so never again do we have double-digit tax increases levied against our families and our local businesses. I will fight for our right to bear arms, and I will fight to ensure that we have a business-friendly atmosphere that allows us not only to prosper, but to grow and be able to grow properly. I ask you to come join me on this fight. I'm Tad Schnaufer, and I thank you.
Hi, I'm Dennis Baxley. I'm the state senator serving District 12, which serves Marion, Lake, and Sumter counties. And it's been a privilege. I'm here to thank you, Lake County. You made me a senator 2 years ago. And it's been a pleasure serving in all of these beautiful communities throughout this district. I'm a father of 5, a grandfather of 8. Jeanette and I have been married 45 years. I'm a businessman. I've served 15 different sessions in the Florida House and the Senate now, and two of those 15, 3 different stints, going and coming. I believe in citizen-led government, and I want to ask you to let me be your senator. I'm asking you to vote for me. I'm asking all of you to sign a petition card for me so I can run again in November. And I do believe that I've maintained my true structure, my true heart, which is I'm there to protect faith, family, freedom, and opportunity. These are the core values that I operate on. God bless you and thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Bob White, and I am running for governor in the Republican primary here in Florida. I'm a 4th-generation Floridian. I'm married, have 3 grown children and 4 grandchildren, and a 5th on the way, and it's absolutely true. If we had known they were this much fun, we would have had them first. I am running as the outsider against the political establishment. I've never held public office before in my life, but for the last 7 years, I've been the chairman of the Republican Liberty Caucus of Florida, and I've been going back and forth to Tallahassee at my own expense during legislative sessions, working on legislation that our group either supports or opposes. So I know how Tallahassee works. But quite frankly, more importantly, I know how Tallahassee doesn't work. And I am convinced after 7 years that it doesn't work well for the people of Florida right now. I believe that it works very well for the political establishment. For the politicians and the bureaucrats and the lobbyists and the special interests that the lobbyists represent, they're all in a big echo chamber up there taking care of each other's needs while the needs of the people of Florida go largely unmet. We need to flip that on its head and put the people back in charge. So if you want an outsider to go in and shake things up in Tallahassee, I'm your guy, Bob White for governor in the Republican primary. Thank you very much.
I'm Fred Costello, running for Congress in District 6. I've lived in District 6 for 40 years. I'm one of us. I worked today. I imagine most of you worked today also. I believe in a citizen legislature. I was mayor of my community, Ormond Beach, for 8 years, and I didn't like what the state was doing to us. So I ran for state legislature. I served in the Florida House for 4 years, and I stood for home rule. I believe the best government is the least government closest to the people. I was honored as the defender of home rule when I was in the Florida House. Why do I want to go to Washington? Where is it broken, folks? You know where it's broken. It's broken in Washington. I want to help drain the swamp. I learned that phrase from President Trump. I was working on draining the swamp before I heard the phrase. I believe in no pensions for elected officials. I believe in term limits. I believe in no lobbying after you've been an elected official. I believe we need to send citizens up to Washington who want to do their work and come home and get back to their own job at home. I'm endorsed by Citizens for Trump. I need your support and your vote. God bless you. Thank you for being here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ross Spano, and I'm running for Florida Attorney General. And I just had the best shepherd's pie of my life at O'Keefe's Pub. It was awesome. If you've never had it, you need to go there. I've served in the Florida House for the last 6 years. I've been happily married for 27 years to my beautiful wife, Amy, and we have 4 incredible kids. I have the honor to be the chairman of the Criminal Justice Subcommittee in the House, and I want to take the fight and the passion that I've demonstrated in the fight against human trafficking in the last 6 years to the Florida Attorney General's office. Let me tell you the 4 things that are most important in my life, and in 60 seconds, maybe this will give you an idea of who I am as a man. Number 1, my God informs everything that I do. As long as I'm connected this way, then everything in my life is impacted and influenced by this. The second thing that's most important is my family. Every policy decision that I make, everything that I do, I look at through the lens of how it affects families. Number 3, my country. We're the greatest country in the history of the world. And number 4, my Constitution. If you want somebody who's going to fight for you in the Attorney General's office and who's a constitutional conservative and has substantive legal experience of over 20 years, then please vote for me, Ross Spano, for Attorney General. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Shannon Elsbeck. I'm running for District 32 of the Florida House. My wife Becky is here tonight. We've lived in the district for coming up on 25 years. Raised our children there, 3 sons, 4 grandchildren, and we've been blessed by this community. We've been blessed by the members of the district. I want to thank all of you for coming because 1 minute is not nearly enough. So if you come talk to us over here. I've served on over a dozen boards here in the district over that 25 years and in Central Florida, and I've been honored to serve. I was honored to serve 6 years active duty as a U.S. Corpsman, U.S. Navy Corpsman. My heart is in healthcare, 40 years within operations, the last 5 years in education. 70 cents on every dollar in this state is spent on either healthcare or health and human services or education. I have the heart, I have the desire, I have the experience. And again, thank you for being here. We're going to do everything we can to earn your vote in August. Thank you.
Good evening. What's up? Good evening. My name is Frank White. I am running for Attorney General. I am a state representative from Pensacola. I've been a principled conservative my entire life. My wife Stephanie and I are raising our 3 boys here in Florida because we know all that this great state has to offer. You're here tonight. You know as well as I do that it's under attack. Our values are under attack from the left, from Democrats and even from some Republicans, and we have to defend it. I am running for the Attorney General because the issues that I care deeply and passionately about are what the Attorney General's role is there to do, is to be the defender of our Constitution and of our liberties as individuals. I have 15 years experience in law. The last 8 years I have been a part of managing a group of businesses, wearing the general counsel hat for a group of private businesses. And a diverse, broad background of legal experience and a deep passion and concern for issues that the Attorney General handles, the rule of law in defense of our Constitution. Representative Jennifer Sullivan has endorsed me, and I hope to add you to that list as supporters. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellen Wilds, and I'm running for governor. Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to say that I'm not a politician, and I do have a full-time job. But there are some issues in Florida that I'd like to address. School reform is one of the biggest ones. Standardized testing. We need to be more innovative in the way that we look at our children and how we teach them. I also believe in self-reliance. Public assistance is one of those programs that also needs to be reformed. We need to teach people how to be self-reliant and not to depend on the government for all of their needs. We need to move forward. Florida is an extremely progressive state, and it leads the nation in a lot of areas, and I want to see Florida keep leading the nation the way we should. Again, I'm Ellen Wilds, and I'm running for governor.
Hello, my name is John Mercadanti. I'm running for governor, and I will be governor. First of all, I would like to say we got to get behind Donald Trump for the next election. He can't lose, because we're going to be in big trouble if he does. Second of all, I know I only have 1 minute, but I wanted to give that tribute. I don't like what's going on. The FBI infiltrated Tallahassee for all these crooked politicians, and nobody's happy. I'm walking amongst the people. Nobody would dare do this. The bikers in Daytona Beach. I mix in with them. They all have the common comment. They don't like politicians. A lot of them say that they're not going to vote. I take the bull by the horns. I don't like what's going on. School shootings, I got a solution, and it's not going to hurt the Second Amendment in any way, shape, or form. I took an oath. I swear to God.
Good evening. My name is Jimmy Johns, and no, I don't own the sandwich shop. I am running for Congressional District 6. My family's been in Florida since the mid-1850s. My father's the first to graduate from college on his side of the family. I earned degrees in physics and engineering. I started solid rock engineering in 2004 out of my home with a neighbor helping me with the paperwork. Within a year, I had people working at my kitchen table and dining table and had to move out of the house. We now serve clients throughout the southeastern United States. I was appointed by Governor Scott to be a commissioner in St. Johns County, taking the place of Cindy Stevenson, who went to the state in a special election. And then I was elected in 2016 by a 2-to-1 margin over my opponent for a 4-year term. I am a constitutional conservative Christian. I understand what Trump is trying to do for our country, and he needs more congressmen to support him to achieve his goals. He's incrementally achieving those goals, but he needs more people to buy in 100% to make sure that we are strong in our country and we take back America. Thank you, and please vote for me, Jimmy Johns, Congressional District 6.
Good evening. My name is Leslie Campione, and I'm a candidate for Lake County Commissioner District 4, and I'm honored to currently be serving as your District 4 County Commissioner. You know, when we send our taxes off to Washington, we really have no idea where that money goes or what it's used for. But locally, you know, there's a direct linkage between the taxes that we pay here and the services that we get in return. But there's no guarantee that that money will be spent wisely, that it will be spent on the things that we need in our community, that there will be accountability for how that money is spent, unless we have principled conservative leaders on our county commission who are willing to put in the hard work to understand the issues, to ask the tough questions, to hold county staff accountable. I bring those conservative principles with me to work every day. I have that work ethic. I take the time to understand the issues, to meet with constituents. I love serving Lake County, and it has truly been an honor to serve you, and I ask for that opportunity once again so that I can look out for you, the taxpayers of Lake County. Thank you.
Well, good evening. My name is Jennifer Sullivan, and I have had the privilege of representing you in the Florida House District 31, and I've spent the past 4 years working very hard to make your voice heard in Tallahassee, whether it was through town halls, which I will give a shout out to County Town Hall right here, next Wednesday from 6 to 7:30. Your entire Lake County legislative delegation will be there. We'll take your questions. You'll hear more on the policies of what we've accomplished. But especially in the area of education, I'm really excited about the Leesburg Construction Academy that we finally got the finances for. I've been working hard to make our schools better. And I want to keep doing that for you. I want to keep working hard, making your voice heard in Tallahassee. So I hope that you will join us next Wednesday here for our town hall to hear more of your concerns, and I hope you'll continue working on our campaign. Thank you for everyone who's knocked on doors, who's waved signs. It was a grassroots effort. That's what put me here, and it's you, and it's an honor to get to serve you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anthony Sabatini. I'm a lifelong Lake County resident and a current city commissioner over in Eustis. I've served in the National Guard for the last 10 years, and public service is very close to my heart. I believe that, I'm running for the State House because I believe we need officials who are going to put God first in everything they do. I'm running because I think we need a representative that believes the Constitution is sacred. It's not something that you can acquiesce and change your principles or compromise on. It's something that needs to be promoted, preserved, and protected. I believe we need better jobs in Florida, especially right here in Lake County. I think vocational and technical education is the key to that mission. I think if we can expand Lake Technical College and we can build a better economy right here in Lake County, it's something we really need to prioritize. Once again, I'm Anthony Sabatini, running for House District 32. Thank you for coming here tonight, and thank you for your future vote.
I learned a long time ago in church, you sit in the very back, and so they say the best for last. I want to first recognize my wife, Mindy. Mindy has been on this journey with me. I've served you now for 5 years. I'm Bill Mathias. I'm your Lake County School Board member, District 1. And I want to speak to, as we listen to the citizen servants here, what is the most important thing that we should be looking for? And that's the person you can trust. Has that person brought value to that and dignity to the seat they hold? I would encourage you to look at my voting record. I would encourage you to shake hands with me. That's how I judge every business transaction, is on the first handshake. And you get a sense about that. I think that the role as a citizen servant, I will tell you that my company is 36 years old. It has an A+ business rating. I bring that same integrity to this board that I serve every day in my company. I would humbly ask for your consideration of your vote August the 28th. Thank you.
Our final candidate, I understand, is like 1 minute or so out. And so I would like to tell you that as soon as, hopefully we hear from him, as long as that's all he is out, we will, then everybody can go to their tables, we can talk, mingle, have some more refreshments, and that's what we're hoping for. And I don't have any fillers here. Next Wednesday, yes, that is the district, or the Lake County delegation.
6 to 7?
6 to 7:30. And we will have every one of our representatives that touch Lake County will be here.
Will be the same kind of format?
No, I don't think so. It'll be different, but because we're not planning that one. For the, yeah. And we have our forums that we are lining up. We just about have a lock on the school board forum. We believe is going to be June 21st, which is the last filing day. And some of these folks are hoping that nobody files between now and that day. Oh, I wasn't supposed to advertise that, huh? And then do we have a tentative date for CD6 yet? We're working on that one, and we're getting ready to also get the county commission going, so.
Can we thank all those who organized this one?
I also want to just review a couple of things. If you like our events that we do, and they are free, and we did not charge these candidates either, so this is special for them too, because they pay a lot of money to come out and do this stuff. I want to let you know that the Lake Federated Republican Women, we have a monthly luncheon in this room at 11:30, and we have wonderful speakers, as such as candidates and other speakers. Reservations are required. I would invite you to like our Facebook page, also the North Lake Tea Party, also the Lake County REC. Everything is always posted, so you can stay in touch with what we're doing. The candidate that was stuck in traffic, and I'm sorry, he's a few minutes late, and I hope he did not get a speeding ticket, but we'll let you go ahead and speak now.
You got 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right, well, that doesn't work.
There we go. Well, thank you all very much. I apologize for racing over. We're going to have to fuss at somebody who thinks I can get from Winter Park to DeVary's in 30 minutes. But nonetheless, here's what I'll say. A little bit of history on myself. Family's been here 200 years since we're in DeVary's. I mentioned my very proud. My great uncle was the one that actually coached the DeVary's high school team.
What's your name?
Undefeated and unscored upon team. His name is Jenkins. My name is Matt Caldwell, and I am running for Commissioner of Agriculture. I've served in the legislature for 8 years, focused on ag and natural resources throughout my time. In those 8 years, have a passion for the policy and the responsibility of that office. It really boils down to jobs, guns, and water. It's the home of not just ag industry, but anything that requires you to wash your hands or work outside. So surveyors, auto repair, just about anything. Home of the Concealed Weapons Permit Program, and water is the future in our state. So hopefully we get a chance to meet one another and say hello before the evening's out. Thank you guys very much.